The moral of the story is what California needs to keep people safe is more gun laws. I guess that must be it, because they just need one more magic law. The laws prohibiting armed robbery and murder and assault. So like all those laws, yeah, they exist, but what good is a prohibition against murder if you don't have a magazine capacity ban? What good is a prohibition against armed robbery if you don't have an ammo ban? If you don't have to. So I guess, well, and the cool thing about California is how California gets to ignore the decisions of judges and courts. The court said your ammo ban is unconstitutional. They're like, yeah, whatever. They said, yeah, but your prohibition, your shall issue prohibition is unconstitutional. Yeah, whatever. We don't care. Your magazine capacity thing is unconstitutional. Yeah, whatever. So California, and one of you people in my audience who's not a very nice person jumped in and said, I don't care. This is what they get for electing Democrats and allowing them to stay in office. Out of control crime. You get what you pay for. And I really have a hard time arguing against that sentiment, because they do get what they pay for. And if you guys think that the will of the people is going to transpire in this Newsom thing, Jared, can we talk about that for a second from the California thing?
Sure.
So this is how lunatic California people are. So after what happened in 2020, in November of 2020, all of the fraud and the lying and the corruption of the election system, right? So they force a recall of Newsom, right? And what do they put in place for the recall? What do they put in place? Mail-in balloting. What? Hey. Hello? McFly, hello? You what? And people are like, oh man, remember we reported about the thousands of ballots that were found and it's in possession of a felon? And then people from California wrote us and they said that they put a hole in the envelope so they could see who you voted for or how you voted. Why would that be necessary, Jared?
Magic.
Yeah. Why would they need to have a hole in the envelope so they could see whether or not you voted for the recall? We had a fan in our audience said that they moved to Virginia from California 5 years ago, and they received a mail-in ballot for the recall. California, are you retarded? Maybe she's retarded. I'm being serious here. No, he's not retarded. So you're the definition of insanity. Like, well, we're going to force a recall election. Okay, we're going to force a recall election. And we're going to let the state set up mail-in voting. What? Yeah. And then we're going to act shocked and surprised when Gavin Newsom comes out on top. And I got to riddle me this, Batman. How is it that that with our voting integrity laws that it's okay for George Soros to drop in $100 million or whatever for the Keep Gavin Newsom campaign? What does he have to do with the price of tea in China? What does Soros have to do anything with Newsom in California? Why is he even involved in it? Isn't he a foreigner? Riddle me this. Isn't Soros a foreigner? Well, yeah. Then how does he get to pay to get someone elected or keep someone elected. How does that work? Didn't we spend 4 years screaming about Russian collusion that they never had any evidence of? But a foreigner can donate millions of dollars to a governor's keep an election campaign, and that's cool. That's not foreign interference with the government. And they don't have a problem with that, or just going to let it happen. All right, here's the deal. Sorry for your loss out there in California, but for the rest of us, the lesson from this story is be dangerous on demand. And when being a criminal is hazardous to your health, then you're going to go somewhere else and do something else. Chipman nomination pulled. What did we learn? Got a story from Forbes.com. Jared, and it was September 9, I think. September 9 times.
Yeah. I don't remember being
late. Yeah. Being absent 9 times.
Because
he wasn't sick. All right.
White House pulls Chipman's ATF nomination in win for GOP and gun groups. President Joe Biden on Thursday withdrew the nomination of David Chipman to lead the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. A victory for gun groups and Republicans who staunchly oppose his nomination, and a loss for Biden, who has now pulled 2 major nominations.
Who was the other one? Was it the crazy freaking transgender lunatic?
No, I'm pretty sure that they got into their position.
The transgender lunatic?
Pretty sure the Department of Health or whatever.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Mira Tandon had her nomination to lead the Office of Management and Budget pulled in March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anyway, so key facts in this are: Biden said in a statement that Chipman would have been exemplary in the role and accused Republicans of using gun violence, quote, as a political talking point instead of taking serious steps to address it.
What?
Yeah.
What did he say? Sniffy Joe said Republicans were using gun violence as a political talking point? Are we really in lunatic world right now, Jared? Where they can just say,
well, if you say
anything?
it enough times, then it becomes the truth. If you can get people to believe it, then
yeah, but who said that? A Nazi. We're not supposed to take the Nazi playbook and put it into practice. Mm-hmm. That's supposed to be a warning. It's supposed to be what we don't do, not what we do. Do.
He said do. Chipman, who, following 25 years as an ATF agent, became a vocal advocate for gun control measures, failed to garner support from Senator Angus King, Maine, as well as Senators Joe Manchin of West Virginia and John Tester of Montana, both Democrats. And obviously all moderates from rural states, they say. It's those darn rural states that are the problem.
Yeah, those darn rural states. That's why we need to get everyone into the cities.
Chipman also came under intense scrutiny from Republicans, most recently when Senator Chuck Grassley, Republican of Iowa, the top Republican on the Senate Judiciary Committee, probing allegations of racially biased behavior, and reports he was investigated by Equal Opportunity Employment Commission.
How about Chipman is an unconvicted murderer? How about that? Is that a disqualifier in American politics? Well, only if you murder the wrong people. You see, if you murder the right people, in America, if you're part of the government and you murder the people that the government doesn't like, then you get a pass. Ergo, the DC Capitol Police. See, you can murder a black DC Capitol policeman can murder a white woman, an unarmed white woman, and go on TV and claim to be the victim. It happened. Chipman and his buddies can go down to Waco, Texas, and burn the compound to the ground, killing all the women and children inside. But you see, that's okay. They can even like pose for hero pictures over the smoldering ashes of the victims they just killed. And that's okay. Jared, was Chipman at Ruby Ridge? I'm pretty sure he was. In America, if you're a minion of the state, you can put a bullet through the head of a mother holding her baby standing in the doorway and not only be promoted, but get a gold watch and a retirement and not go to jail. How was that woman? You say, what does this have to do with Chipman and his ATF nomination? You see, all of the things that I just said should have been brought up on the floor of the Senate. Senators with guts and courage should have said, how have we gotten to the point in the United States where minions of the state can murder American citizens and not be punished for it? Chipman is the poster child for how to kill Americans and get away with it. Chipman is the poster child for deprivation of rights under color of law. That should, Title 18, Section USC, Section 242, should be tattooed on this troll's forehead. We didn't deprive them of their rights. They just killed them without due process of law. Hey, Jared, help me out here. Help me out, brother. If an agent of the state kills you without due process of law, does that deprive you of your rights?
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
All right. You don't need them anymore anyway, so.
You didn't need your rights because we killed you.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the positive news is that our senators, here's the deal. Your senators and your congressmen and your governors are only going to show as much courage, backbone, and spine as you require of them. And they will be as cowardly and traitorous as you allow them to be. If you require them through your vocal, either support or lack of support, then they'll grow a spine. Because here's what they like. They like your money. They like being in charge. They really love the power. They love it. They love it like crack cocaine. And if they realize that you, the people, are going to boot their fat rumps out of office and they won't have the power anymore, they don't like that. And so if you demand of your elected representatives that they stand up, grow a spine, and represent you, they will. But you have to do it. You have to demand it. And they have to know that you're pissed off. They have to know that you're paying attention. They have to know that you haven't been distracted by the Kung flu. And that if they nominate a piece of human garbage like this, that you'll come around in November and you'll remove them. That is the lesson of this troll, of this unconvicted murderer, David Chipman. You want to save the nation? You better get active. You're like, well, the Chipman thing's over with. We won. So No, this is not a presidential election. You can't just check out. That's what we do. We win a victory, and then we're like, woohoo, we won a victory. Yay, us. Woohoo. Now we can check out, stop paying attention, not care anymore. That's what we did with Trump. And I warned you guys. I said, you can't check out. You can't just think, okay, great, we won. Everything's awesome. That's what we did. We're like, our guy won. Yay. Evil is defeated. No, evil just took a nap and came back while you weren't paying attention. Evil's not defeated. This is a victory, not a war. The Chipman elimination is a victory, not a war. We didn't win the war. The war is still ongoing. So if you learned anything from and I hope you did, from the Chipman victory, it's that your reps and your senators still are listening. They're still listening. And if they think that they might not get to come back and sit in the cool chair because you unelected them, then they'll listen to you because they like the power and they like being in charge. And the only way to keep them in line, and this is what it's almost like our founders knew this. The only way to keep them in line is for the people to be engaged. You can't be scared and terrified of the vid. You can't allow yourself to be silenced. So right now, we won. Chipman's out. Now, they're going to come back with another. I mean, you think it's not like Biden's going to come out next week and say, you know what, I want to put Ted Nugent in charge of the ATF. That's not going to happen. He's just going to go find someone that you hate less. You see, they reached, here's what they realized with Chipman. They reached too far. They reached too far. They thought they could get away with it. I mean, hell, they stole an election. They committed the largest act of fraud in the history of the nation and got away with it. Why should they not think that they could do this? Why shouldn't? I mean, they're pretty bold. So what Biden's going to do is he's going to go and his handlers, Biden's not going to do crap. His handlers, the people and the puppet masters in the background, they're going to go searching around for a guy that they can control, but isn't quite as much of a lightning rod as this guy. Though, and they might even go get like a black woman or something. Because here's one thing the Democrats are really good at: taking minorities or women, putting them in positions of power so that you won't criticize them, even though they're completely and totally unqualified. Because if you criticize them, you're a racist or you're a womanist or sexist. You're a sexist. You're a racist. Look at the Secretary of Defense. Completely and totally incompetent. Should not be in that position. Has no business being there. Criminally incompetent. But he's a black man. You're not allowed to. Oh, the only reason that you guys don't like the Secretary of Defense is because he's a black man and you're all racist. No, it's because he's corrupt and he's inept and he has no business being there. That's why we don't like him. So watch out. Pay attention. What they're going to do, they're going to bring forth another ATF nominee, but it'll be one that is a little bit more insulated. Look for a woman or a black man or a minority or something, right? So that when Republicans are like, no, this guy's a piece of crap, they're like, see, they're just racist. They're just sexists. No, we just don't want your criminals in charge of our agencies. That's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to pull the plug on this one. The lesson, the moral of the story is this. Yes, we won. Everybody give each other high fives. You can go on your emoji thing and high five each other. Send each other high five emojis, but this is just a battle. This is not the war. This is not the time to check out. It's not the time to say, okay, we won, so we can stop paying attention. This is actually a lesson of what can happen when you refuse to be distracted, when you refuse to be cowed, when you refuse to be silenced. So go forward. Contact your reps, your senators, your governor, and tell them under no circumstances can we allow Sniffy Joe to continue. This piece of crap needs to be removed. He's a criminal. He violated the Constitution. He committed treason. End of story. All right, kids, tomorrow or today, depending on where you are in the world right now, we're going to go ahead and continue our live broadcast. We're going to continue the live broadcast, but the continuation is going to be for whom, Jared?
It is for grad program members only because it's going to be the 2 bonus hours. So we're going to continue doing that now. So if you're here live, the easiest way for you to get access is to join the Discord server. It's absolutely free to join the Discord server. You go to studentofthegun.com/Discord. Then once you're in there, go to the little welcome tab and it'll give you instructions on how to join the grad program. So studentofthegun.com/Discord. And you can listen or watch these things live as much as you want.
There you go. All right. So we hope to see you on the flip side, on the flippity flop. Until then, ladies and gentlemen and children of all ages, remember, you're a beginner once.
You're a student for life.
We appreciate your reviews. If you haven't left a review or updated yours recently, head on over to Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast player to voice your opinion. Don't forget to join us at the Student Lounge, a place for like-minded individuals to learn, connect, and support each other. No chicanery will be tolerated. Remember to check studentofthegun.com daily for new, free content and giveaways. Watch, listen, read, shop, and connect at studentofthegun.com. Are you a social butterfly? Connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for new content each and every day at Student of the Gun. Watch Student of the Gun TV and videos from our trusted partners on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Chromecast, and even AirPlay. Go to studentofthegun.com for direct links, and remember, you're a beginner once, a student for life.
All right, and that was the last public episode for today. All right, guys, so we want to take a quick little tiny break and then come back.
Yeah, give me like 10 minutes.
All right.
All right, so at 12:35, we'll be back at 12:35.
All right, you guys that are listening live right now, if you're part of the grad program, then bump yourself down to the grad program voice chat called SOTG Live, and we'll pick up there for you. Is that correct, Zach?
That is correct, yes. And if you're in public, again, go over to getsotg.com, and you can get on these bonus hours. Until then, we'll be back in 10 minutes, or we'll be back next Friday if you're, make the very poor decision to not join the grad program.